It's Dragon Ball time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the SH Figuarts. Dodoria. Holy crap, my tongue's too slow for that. We got another big, bulky guy in the SH Figuarts line, and I'm always excited about that. You know, we got the Gokus and Vegetas, and mostly the humanoid bodies. It's cool and all, but it's always way more interesting to see what they're gonna whip up to bring us something white, large as in charge as Dodoria. So I don't want to waste any more time, let's have a look at him. This figure stands at about 16, a little over 16 centimeters, 16 and a half to the top of the horns, which means we are going up to 6.5 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jalter, Naka, Michelangelo, the SH Figuarts Krillin, and Goku, Frieza, and Vegeta, and Darkseid. So, first things first, let me check. This figure was made in Vietnam. It was made in their Vietnam factory, which we've been over this with the last couple of reviews. Some people have like issues with the Vietnam figures. I don't really. The only thing that comes up a little bit of loose joints, but generally the figures are also a lot cheaper, and I don't have any issues with that. You know, I just want to clear that out. One thing with this guy, I don't have any issues with the joints. However, there is another thing that sometimes happens in the Vietnam factories. There's no paint on the entire body. The entire body is just pink plastic. The shield is just purple, shiny purple, and the pants are just, you know, black plastic. As you can tell, the articulation joints are a little bit more shiny. Also, by the way, it's dark blue, not black. I'm colorblind. So the toe hinges are painted. This is painted. Poorly, I might add, in some areas. Well, it's not awful, but there's some parts that go a little bit over the line. And then we have the face sculpt, which has the purple painted on. And the eyes, which are mostly printed on. So, with that out of the way, how does the figure look though? Does the mold deliver? And yes, I'm happy to report that it does, because look at the face sculpt. Look at this ugly bastard with the horns on it. Now, the one ear over here, you notice that it's removable because of the scouter, and I have no issues with that, because I don't feel like it sticks really out, but it is there. And then to the back, we have some more wrinkles in there. As for the entire armor, the entire shield, the vest, whatever you want to call it, as I was saying, it is purple, it is shiny purple, which I think is good. It looks good. I think it should stand out a little bit over the mat we have on the pants. Then for the arms, also fairly muscular bit with the big forearms and more spikes on it. Also be careful with the spikes. It's not soft, and while it's not super sharp, but don't hit it in somebody's face, I guess. Why would you do that? I don't know, I just thought of it. Then we have the fingernails, even painted, also shiny. Well, there's some more paint. Yoo-hoo! As we move down to the pants, it's just pants. It's the same armor. We've seen this design before. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not the most exciting. And then back to the paint down here. I just want to have another spin at it, because yeah, it's mostly going off the line on the side over here where it goes down. But still, I mean, the mold's great. Paint is not really much there, so that's that. Now, let's get to the articulation, because I feel like that's always one of the most interesting parts about these characters, which are a lot larger than your regular Saiyans, right? So, the head is, I think, just on a ball. We have some wiggle motion, does also tilt side to side, and does go all the way around. However, you have the entire, okay, there goes the ear. However, you have the entire neck part on another, which I think is a ball. You can tell over here. And if we combine those two, you bring it forward, bring it out to the back, and, well, now I know it's a double ball, but I pushed a little bit too hard. This neck piece is super stiff, at least now I can move it. And I don't, it does go also to the side, but I need almost like both fingers, all my thumb power, to move it around. But it does work, it's just incredibly stiff, and I destroyed the entire figure with it. Well, I say destroy, but you know, I can just reassemble all of it. Now we have the shoulder pads, which are on hinges. This one's still on there, this one's off, but that's fine, so I can display all the inner workings of the shoulder articulation. You have the hinge, which you can bring back, which you can bring forward as a nice butterfly joint, and then you have the ball connected in there, so you can rotate it on there as well. That makes for some beautiful forward motion. Let me see, let me try it out. So can bring the arm forward. Of course, you would have troubles with the shoulder pad in this regard if you're doing this pose in particular. And then you have the hinge in the shoulder itself, so you can bring that up and down, and also in the socket goes up and down. So I've shown you everything about that. Have a bicep swivel, and then the double hinged elbow goes up like that, and the fist is on a, let me see, is it a ball hinge? It's fairly nimble. No, it's not a ball hinge, but I think it's like, yeah, another double ball combination. Actually works very well. It doesn't look like much, but yeah, they have just the right amount of room. Also rotates. Now for the chest area, it moves forward, and as we can tell, if we zoom in on what's going on in there, we have a big hinge, so the forward motion is perfect. That is down there. And then it seems to be connected via a ball up here with all the pink in there. However, this one is so incredibly stiff. You can hear the noise, and no, I don't want to touch it anymore. I don't want to rotate it. I'm terrified that this will break off the way it is made like that. So if you have anything to go in there and loosen it up a little bit, I would say you can spin it all the way around. I don't even get some side-to-side motion, because as I'm trying, you know, it goes side to side, but it doesn't snap into place because it's too stiff, which is funny. I mean, like, these Vietnam figures often were criticized for being too loose, and they were like, damn it, we're gonna make this one so stiff that they're just gonna cry about it. Oh, it's too stiff now. That's kind of like, I don't know. And then for the lower half, his torso articulation, the hips actually. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like this is also just on a ball. This one's actually a little bit loose. Oh no, back at that. But yeah, it's just completely blocked by the entire armor. Then for the legs, we have all these pieces in there. Moves out very nicely, very satisfying. Moves forward is again blocked by the entire armor. And then to the back, I love this. I love these multi-layered joints in the legs. Also, he has a butt, which looks kind of weird with everything kind of cut up over here, but it is there. So also you can rotate it here on the thigh, and you have the double hinge knees, which don't really get that much range because his thighs are so big. And the foot is on another double ball, so you can bring that back and forth. Also, you can shift it if you can get it into the right mode. Shift it back and forth, and also tilt side to side. Quite nicely. I actually a lot better than I expected. And then you have also a toe hinge. For the accessories, since it's a big guy, you don't get that much more out of it. But what we got here is pretty cool. I still like it. I mean, the faces, chef's kiss, especially in this one. I love the exaggerated like shape of the eyes. It's great. This is like classic Dragon Ball Z, and then the yelling face as Vegeta blasts them, I guess. Spoilers, by the way. Oh my god, spoilers on like Dragon Ball Z. Are you serious? And then there's the two open hands, the two booby grab hands, the one poke finger, pointy finger, laser finger, whatever. There's of course a Scouter with a nice see-through green, and actually paint. Wow, and the paint on it looks good. No issues with that. And we also have another 7-star Dragon Ball. I say another because we have already gotten the Dynamics 7-star Dragon Ball, which looked a lot more see-through than this one. I don't have it at hand, unfortunately. I had looked at some pictures beforehand to remind myself, and yeah, but I don't really care about these things, to be honest. And I mean, the reasons for that is because there's no real way to hold them. You can like kind of gently have them in the hand, but you know, it's just like, well, I guess that works. But for the most of the figures, it's just like I put these back in the packaging and I keep it on the side because there's no real good way to display them. There's nothing, you know, to connect it to the hand, so you can, I don't know, hold it up or do something cool with it. So it's just like a big ball with stars on it, and that's it. Final thoughts, finally, for Dodoria. Yeah, this figure's weird. It's not a hit nor miss because, like, okay, let's go with step by step. I love the mode, no issues with that. No paint, especially, like, this is a Bandai premium figure. It's a bit more expensive, so you could expect some paint, but, you know, I mean, there's a little bit on it, you know, if you want to be, like, technical about it. And then the articulation is also, it's good for the most part, but there's some parts that just don't really work, like in the chest area. Also, legs are a little bit wobbly, but he still holds the pose. I hadn't had any trouble with that, so I'm gonna gonna scratch the looses of the legs, that doesn't really bother me. And any accessories are extremely basic also, but I'm used to it for such a big, beefy character. So what does that mean in general? I still recommend it because the figure is good. It's not excellent, it's not bad, it's good. It would be better if it was a little bit cheaper, but that's not a here nor there. Overall, I would still recommend it because, you know, if you want a Dodoria figure, this one is good. Alright? That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Dodoria wants.